This is my uncle's truck right here, and he had an issue with the transmission, got to where it didn't want to shift the way it needed to. And so after checking it out, discovered that it was low of transmission fluid. They said, well, it's probably leaking around one area. Well, we've topped it off. I can't see nowhere it's leaking. But even though it's been topped off, I can tell that now the dipstick is showing it's still kind of low again. And I'm wondering if one of the transmission lines is actually busted in the radiator or causing a leak. And I've got it set to vacuum. And I've got this in his reservoir. And I'm fixing to test it. And I don't believe that is what radiator fluid is supposed to look like. That is awful milky looking. So we're going to pull just a little bit more up. And we're going to put it in something. So after pumping that stuff out, that's what color it is. I don't know, that don't really look like straight antifreeze, and it's got a hint of oil look in it. And if you notice right here, it's got a crust over the top, which would make me think that probably what's happened is when all that fluid got in here, it boiled out and probably started oozing out of here because it would have filled the system. It would have got over full, so it would have bubbled it out. So I guess the next thing to look at is see what his motor oil looks like. His motor oil actually don't look bad. So and I would say probably what has happened is there's probably a rupture in the either the return line or a rupture in the line that goes to it where that's got pressure on it. And it is probably seeping fluid into his radiator and probably caused it to get over full, and then it bubbled out here. And then we got this funky looking stuff right here. So I'm gonna say this truck probably needs a new radiator, and probably wouldn't hurt if it had either a new transmission cooler, or might not hurt honestly to do a fluid change on it just in case anything's got back in the transmission. So I'd say that's probably where all his transmission fluid went that caused the truck to act like it quit pulling. Because it's pulling great now that the fluid's topped off, but it's started getting low again, so I'm leaning that's what's happened. So probably needs a new radiator, definitely.